Are we live right now?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, reaching out to my favorite live audiences about the Mixed Culture Invitational, November 10th, for that little healthy chunk of 2 to 6 in the afternoon, and surrounded by what I wish was my current refrigerator of some interesting and special Calusa beers, past and present. And Taylor and I are going to go over a couple kind of FAQs about the event and how to get your tickets, what's included in the tickets, and how awesome and exciting the event is. What are the deets? So Taylor, hit me.
All right, first question would be, will there be any other beers to enjoy other than sour, funky, and mixed culture beer?
So yeah, Mixed Culture Invitational, both descriptive and somewhat vague in some way. Mixed Culture Invitational, a celebration of sour beer, a sour beer festival, something that is such an important part of who we are and what we do. We're proud to represent this kind of stuff, in the region and beyond. So the event encompasses 37 other breweries from around the country who are coming, specializing or featuring these kinds of beers as well. But yeah, it will be also, they're asked to bring at least one beer in that format, and then all sorts of other cool limited stuff that they felt stoked about bringing and that we're going to be excited to serve. Our whole tap list will be available, as well as a lot of the, what was my joke about the Narrows? 2 years to make, 2 days to sell out. So if you weren't around in those 2 days and you didn't get any, and you wonder what our barrel-aged sours from 2 years ago taste like, if you didn't get any, do you guys remember the barrel-aged Imperial Stout, barley wine that have been aging that we've been hanging on to? Very much kind of in that vein. You might remember we opened in April of 2016, so we're often joking about an anniversary party when it's getting pretty hot and rainy in Florida. So we're like, what if we did something kind of winding up in the fall, not an anniversary per se, but celebrating this thing that we're really excited about, invited a ton of breweries and busted out all the rad and rare stuff that we've been hanging on to, both for people who remember those beers and people who never got to try them. So really stoked about that.
Sweet. Yeah, you kind of hit on this earlier. Will taproom beers be available at the festival?
Yeah, so the taproom is going to be open and functioning. So there's going to be all of our normal range of like hop forward, and big and dark and classic styles. And so we will definitely have some cool new stuff by then too. So think of the general admission ticket as also just a happy low price to be able to, drink as much as you choose, visit all the Calusa beers that you love, and also try some awesome beers from awesome breweries around the country.
Sweet.
Totally.
So with the tickets, there's 2 different ticket tiers, general admission and VIP.
Yep.
What's the deal?
Basically the same. VIP gets the 30-minute early entry to be able to get first dibs on some of those really rare, not only our beers, but again, from the visiting breweries beers that they're bringing, the much coveted stuff. And most intriguingly for me, and I think for everyone, is that 2 of our really limited beers that are coming out just for the VIP will be available only to the VIP ticket holders. So 2 varieties, the Peach Foeder beer and our Cuvée Spirit Mask, which is a blend of Foeder beer and 2 different barreled, up to 2.5-year-old golden and amber sour in the wine barrels. So there'll be 2 bottles each of those available. So, included in the ticket for VIP. General admission doesn't get the bottles, doesn't get the early entry, but again gets access to all the beers on site and all you care to drink. So
sweet, can't wait. Let's see. What awesome mixed culture beers, vintage beers are going to be available? We have Wildest Dreams.
For us? Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, Wildest Dreams, you guys recognize this yellow guy with Will's kind of like bubbly Nemo-ish characters. So we did Wildest Dreams, the Peach and Apricot, the Wildest Nightmare, my personal favorite, the Bourbon Barrel Dark Sour with a cherry, which I can't wait to taste again. Narrows, Strange Eons. We're going to have, like I said, I think we're going to bust out some of our vintage barrel-aged stuff as well. So stout, barley wine, some really special stuff like that. So as well as Taste and Foederhead, Batch 1 Foederhead next to each other. And as well as, again, the debuts of those new beers.
What breweries are you most excited about?
Personally, Casa Agria from California. We did an awesome Wildest Nightmare was a collab with them, and our much loved World Is Yours double IPA. I remember them fondly. Definitely The Answer out in from Richmond. Really stoked to have them. Angry Chair, of course, those are our buddies. And Highland Park from LA, Black Project, Spontaneous Ales from Denver. Many things that I've never tasted. And minus a plane ticket, I'm stoked to introduce a lot of these breweries to our area for some of them for the first time. So definitely.
Oh yeah. What's up with the food?
What is up with food?
What is up with food?
What's the deal with this food? Yeah, food trucks. We're gonna have a good little gaggle of local food trucks. Have a good little selection. Some stuff you can sit around and munch on. And some's gonna be more meal oriented. You're gonna be hot in the middle of that. Spot in the middle of the afternoon. So it'd be a good time to grab some cool stuff. I know that Justin's gonna be there pouring coffee, so you can kind of dip down with alcohol, and the caffeine will right you, and you'll leave the same way you walked in.
And then will the tap room be open to the public? I know people were asking about that.
No, the brewery's going to be, the tap room is going to be basically closed for this event. The event is 2 to 6. The peripheries of the day are going to be setting up, getting all the breweries setting up, bringing in all the beers, and then breaking down. But it's going to be an awesome time.
So where are the breweries going to be setting up?
The tap room, of course, will be open, but we're going to kind of have this awesome party taking over the parking lot with tents, with the food, with the breweries, easy kind of flow.
Plenty of space.
Plenty of space. Yeah, it should be. We're really lucky, I think, to have a big tap room, big parking lot to be able to host this event. So,
sweet.
Yeah, really stoked about that.
And of course, everyone's last question is parking.
Parking again is going to be we're encouraging people to really, for responsibility's sake and their own enjoyment, carpool and taxi if they can. There'll be a little bit on the winding streets, and we're going to look into opening up a lot maybe around here. But we really encourage people for ease and responsibility to just take a taxi. Yeah, for sure.
Any last thoughts?
What is that? Groucho Marx. I wouldn't want to be part of a club that would have me as a member. It's very hard to have a festival this cool, and I know that I have to work it because it's exciting to be able to host something that I feel like I would make a sacrifice to really come to something that's this unique, with this many breweries featuring such a coveted and strong part of who we are as a company. People who just joined us in the last 3 months, 6 months, year. A lot of these beers are going to be new to you. A lot of them I haven't tasted in all that time. So, yeah, more like this is the club I would want to be a part of. So, we're really proud to host something that we're this excited about. And wish there could be enough tickets for everyone. Encouraging people to grab them as soon as they can. So,
cool.
Yeah, cool.
Right on.
All right, I'm going to enjoy this Foederhead in our little anniversary glass. There will be a cool special glass for this too, right?
You get the little 5 ouncer. Oh yeah. Right on,
Word.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.